Fraser Nelson, Lionel Barber, welcome to the programme. 2 days to go. We've seen all the economic statistics that we've just talked about. The Prime Minister believed very strongly that the economic argument was the best and the only argument that he should make for Remain. Do you think that was wise, given the sort of anti-establishment feeling that actually has cropped up in the interim?
Well, we won't know until the result. If Remain wins, the Prime Minister and George Osborne will be hailed as the architects of a great political campaign, again, having won the election last year. If he loses, people will say, why didn't he tackle immigration? Why didn't he talk about immigration? Because it's all been about the economics and the fear factor, saying don't leave because the economy will go down, not just next year, not the year after, but for 5-7 years.
So you're a Remainer, obviously, as we've said. You and your magazine, The Spectator, are outers. The Prime Minister did what politicians have done, you know, since time immemorial, betted on the bottom line, you know, people's pocketbooks, economic self-interest of the individual voter. Why do you think it has or hasn't worked if you don't think it's going to work?
Well, I suspect it will work. I suspect Britain will vote to remain.
Really? Even though you're declaring out?
Oh, yeah. I mean, most people who I know anyway declaring out think it's a losing side, but nonetheless the correct argument. The status quo bias is very strong in referenda. People tend to vote for the devil they know. So even if the polls are close, there is always that temptation to stick with what you know rather than take a leap in the dark. So that's why I suspect will happen. Mind you, the British electorate have proved pundits wrong several times over the last few years. But certainly you must ask, why is it so close? Given if David Cameron says it's going to be an economic Armageddon, he's going to have a punishment budget and all of these terrible things, why do so many voters not believe him? And I think it's because he's cried wolf so much. It sounds simply incredible. Why is it that Britain, which has created more jobs than the rest of Europe for quite a while, why is it that we somehow owe our prosperity to this continent which is so obviously mired in economic trouble?